Hey guys, what's good? It's Pradeep here, and welcome to the first edition of Deep Dives. I'm looking forward to going over my 5 pillars of health with you guys, and why I think these are very important. I believe that if you're able to keep these 5 pillars in balance, you can solve a lot of our life's problems. So yeah, listen. My first pillar is food and nutrition. This is probably one that I've changed personally in my life the most this past year, just by switching to a more organic diet. I'm eating a little bit less meat and a little bit more vegetables, and I'm feeling good. The main thing you want to avoid with food and nutrition is any refined sugars or processed foods. Some people say you should avoid gluten. Some people say you should avoid lactose. I personally think everybody's body is unique and reacts differently to different stimuli, different things. So the main thing is you want to try stuff, see what works for you, and avoid things that make your body inflame or react negatively. What you can follow is this website of bluezones.com. What blue zones are is there's 5 places across the world where studies show that the average lifespan is older than the average lifespan of other places, such as places in Japan. And you can, if you go on the website, you can follow their food practices, find recipes, and find these recipes that help people live longer. So guys, pillar number 2 is water. Now we know the importance of drinking water. We've been told it from a young age. We all know that we feel good and we look better when we drink lots of water. But from a physiotherapeutic perspective, for people who have muscle strains or tendonitis, these different injuries, and they're not recovering, but they're doing everything else, water can be a lack in the system that's not helping you recover fast enough, getting oxygen to your muscles, and pushing that recovery process, all right? So that's one way to think about it. Another thing is how much water should we be taking in? It's, of course, relative to the body. Some bigger people should be drinking more water than smaller people. And so what I've found is for every 30 kilograms of body weight, you want to try to drink 1 liter of water. So for me, someone who's 75 kilos, I'm going to be drinking 2.5 liters of water, which is something that I've been trying to do for the past couple of years, and I feel better than ever. So make drinking water a normal habit, feel good, and yeah, let's go. All right, guys, number 3 is sleep. Sleep is, of course, very important as well. As we know, how many hours of sleep is enough sleep? Well, studies say between 7 and 9 hours. What I try to do is I often sleep 6 hours. If I'm sleeping a few days in a row, only 6 hours a night, I try to follow it up with like an 8-hour night of sleep to catch up on that sleep. More importantly, what I think we have to focus on is trying to normalize a bedtime and a wake-up time, because the body finds routine. So if we're able to feed that routine, we can find that our body naturally gets tired, wakes up at the same time, which means your quality of sleep is going to go up. Another thing that I want to talk about is focusing on habits before going to bed. Are you drinking a coffee or a Coke before you go to bed? Or are you drinking tea? Are you on your phone scrolling Instagram till 2 a.m.? Or are you trying to read a book, slow down your night, prepare for the night's rest? All major things to think about. Sleep is a major key and a major key to health. All right, guys, pillar number 4. We all know exercise is super important, and if you probably follow my page, you understand this as well. But the reason why exercise is a major key for me is personally because as a physiotherapist, what I find is a lot of patients who have, for example, low back problems, shoulder problems, almost a lot of problems come from lack of movement. So that's why I'm trying to push this idea of moving a lot to my patients recently. A lot of people who have chronic low back pain, just getting them to move, getting them to walk. So if you come from no movement at all, no exercise, you want to just start by 10 minutes of walk every other day, 2-3 times a week, and just build from there. For high level athletes, maybe three sessions a week is not enough, so it's really relative. But the main point I'm trying to get across is I just want you guys to move a little bit more. See if this helps solve your problems, all right? So exercise, number 4. Guys, my 5th and final pillar is stress. If we compare our stress levels now on average to historically, we see the stress levels are through the roof, and that's also why we see a record number of burnouts, depression, all these things happening. It's like the minute we wake up, we check our email and we're overflooded with things that we already have to do before the day has even started. So finding ways to manage this can be key. Maybe checking your phone after a certain time, or making mindfulness practice a thing in your life. Even start with like 1 to 2 minutes a day or 1 to 2 minutes a week, and finding ways to build that up can get your mind to calm itself. Another thing is that there's a Harvard study that has proven that 20 minutes 3 times a week in nature can significantly decrease stress levels. So finding ways to manage these high stressful lives and jobs is a key. So make nature and mindfulness a habit of yours to manage this.